will treat Peter Obi. Tinubu opens up. How is he going to treat Peter Obi now? Is he going to give them a ministerial appointment, or is he going to give them ambassadorial roles? We don't know. I'm sure the case is getting tougher now, and somebody is trying to seek for settlement out of court, the way I look at it. Well, let's see what he has to say on how he intends to settle Peter Obi and Atiku. President Bola Tinubu, Nigeria's newly inaugurated leader, extended an olive branch to his opponents in the 2023 presidential election, pledging fairness and recognizing their significance in the nation's political landscape. So during his inaugural speech, that was what he said at Eagle Square on Monday. Tinubu specifically acknowledged Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who secured third place, and Atiku Abubakar of the People Democratic Party, the runner-up in the election, as his fellow compatriots. He also asserted his commitment to national unity. He stated, "My victory does not elevate me above the Nigerian people, nor does it diminish the patriotism of my opponents. I will treat Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar as important compatriots." Now, wow. So that was what he said. So I'm sure people are trying to remind him of what he said from beginning. He said he was going to recognize Peter Obi and Atiku as fellow compatriots and their significance in Nigerian political landscape. But the question is, with what he's doing now, with what he's doing with judiciary, does it look like he's going to recognize them? Even the Peter Obi and Atiku are not interested in his recognition. Okay, they are not interested in whether olive branch or olive tree or whatever good gesture he's trying to extend to them or he promised to extend to them during his inaugural speech. The fact here remains that the truth must be revealed. Right now, everybody will need to prove his legitimacy, including Tinubu himself. Now, with the way things have gone and with the way INEC malhandled the election issues and how they declared Tinubu the winner, no Nigerian is happy apart from those members of APC, not even all members, those ones that are benefiting from him. Because I know that some APC people voted Peter Obi clearly. Even though that's in APC, they didn't want Tinubu himself as their candidate. They would have preferred someone else as candidate. But since it didn't happen, they were still carrying APC card but voted the Labour Party. So the question now is, now that the whole case has gone sour, is he still going to extend this olive branch or olive tree or good gesture to Atiku and Peter Obi? Because he said he will recognize them as fellow compatriots and he will recognize their contributions and their significance in the Nigerian political landscape. Okay, and he is also saying that his election will not elevate him above Nigerians. Okay, and also will not elevate him above his fellow contestants or counterparts. You understand? But the desperation we are seeing from him now, does he really show what he promised? Can he fulfill what he promised? The things he promised, they are the people that he's promising interested in his promises. Those are the key questions that we need to ask ourselves. Okay, those are the questions we need to ask ourselves. The thing here remains that people are reminding Tinubu of the promise he made when he was inaugurated in May 29, 2023. But the question, the table has turned, a lot of things have gone sour, and I don't think these promises will ever be fulfilled anymore. Okay, I'm sure probably he was trying to see how he could pacify Peter Obi and Atiku to stop this all these court cases and litigations and stop anything that will you know, that will further impact his administration. But the case is far from being concluded. And some people have made a few comments here. Somebody say begging with style. I mean, begging to settle out of court with style. But the question is, will it go the way he's thinking it? I don't think so. Another person said, old man, who asked for your opinion on how you will treat them or not? My advice to you is that if you know what is good for you, you better release that stolen mandate to the rightful owner, because your nemesis days are not far from you. We want a new Nigeria, so vacate away. I can understand that everybody wants a new Nigeria, and this guy just had his own opinion, and where it's pinning him. He who wear the shoes knows exactly where it pinches. That is it. Okay. Somebody is saying, okay, so even the worst devil in the whole world knows that Obi won the election, but they have bastardized the numbers, so now it's difficult to prove. The only way to handle this election is to rerun it. That is, I think, the worst that should happen. Rerun the election, let's test our popularities again, and then from there we go. And this time around, the INEC chairman should not be the person to organize the election. That is the way it should go. But I think there are two sides of this case now, because the case in the court, one part is appealing the judgment to Peter Obi, proving that he won the election. I think also proving that he won the election. That's the one part. The second part is that Tinubu is not even supposed to contest in the first place, because he wasn't qualified to contest, being that he faked and lied in his application forms about his academic qualifications, about his source of wealth, and so many things around him are shrouded in secrecy. So eligibility is another problem that Tinubu is carrying on his head. He cannot legitimize his presidency because from day one is appearing not to be eligible at all in the first place. Wow. So that is what is happening here. Somebody is saying, Oga, carry your kindness, go front. Be good to the people you are ruling, because talking about your fellow contestants. Okay, before talking about your fellow contestant. So be good to the people you are ruling before you talk about your fellow contestant. That's what somebody is telling Tinubu here. Okay, so the fact remains that the gesture is promising, it's not accepted, it's seen as something, because I know that immediately INEC declared Tinubu winner. Between the time he was declared winner and the time he was inaugurated, people have started agitating. PDP, Labour Party already, started putting things together to, contend with the election. That is it, to challenge the winning of Tinubu. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment. Those are the ways he promised to treat Peter Obi and Atiku. But has he actualized it now? Is there a window for that? Those are the questions again to be answered. And so thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.